Lead the call, Ryan.
Hey, everybody. Let me pull up the meeting notes. Hold on one second. All right, got the notes up. Perfect. Share. Share. Okay, stop sharing. Stop sharing. Wow, I am just not organized today. There we go. All right, you see the meeting notes?
Yes, I do.
Perfect. All right. Hi, everybody. It is September 30th. This is the MicroProfile meeting, weekly meeting. Let's get started. There's I'll put my name down here also. And John, did you want to start off with the topic you mentioned?
Yeah, so if you go down to the budget section, there it is.
Yep.
I pasted the contents of an email Sharon sent to the steering committee alias about outstanding or remaining budget for 2024. And you can see what basically is the content of the email is right here, right? So we've spent, we've approved 10,500, we've spent 42, we have 6,300 remaining. Everything else is tracking. So the question is, we've got $6,300 for community development and outreach. The question is, what do we want to do with it? We have to spend by the end of the year. Now I've got one idea. Tarun is still working on finishing off the tutorial. The question is, do we feel confident enough to extend that to MicroProfile 7 and maybe some of the standalone specifications? And that could be some of the spend for next calendar year.
You mean ask Tarun to write a white paper or similar for MP7?
No, update the existing tutorial he's working on.
Yeah. So basically now it's based on the MicroProfile 6.1. Now it's basically built on top of it and basically refreshed to be MP7.0. Obviously, you need to build more like MicroProfile telemetry, like demonstrate logs metrics. And together with John, as you said, also the standalone specs. For example, reactive messaging, GraphQL, the more strategic ones, GraphQL, reactive messaging. Yeah, that's about it.
So that was just one idea, right? It's just, again, it just depends on confidence level. So there's that. Is there anything else that we think that we need to do? Anything around search terms, SEO type stuff, whatever. That's just some ideas.
Yeah. This thing about updating the tutorial sounds very compelling, but are we going to be done with the tutorial this year?
Given Tarun has resumed work on it, I plan to go through his updates this week. I saw he was updating them, but it was still not ready for review. I haven't checked whether or not it is ready, whether any of his updates from last week are ready for review. So, but I did see that he's working on it.
Yes, there's doing metrics. So basically, it's addressing all the metric point. And then he's basically working on the remaining kind of the following chapters. The following chapters is I haven't not seen it ready for review as yet. But he did say he would like to get his completed in October, he said, I think.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Um,
So that
so-
would be quite
Yeah.
nice. If it's by
And-
October, so by the end of this year, hopefully the MP7 and also standalone use these 2 months, probably is quite good.
mhm. So we will not be able to plan for Tarun's time. He's a consultant and he has other projects to tackle. And as a project, we are not authorized to negotiate pricing with someone that is contributing with MicroProfile, because that is a responsibility of the Eclipse Foundation. However, this is a good idea, but 6,300 is too generous. If the entire tutorial costs 10K, then the updated tutorial should be either half or a little bit less than half, just because they will be not a start from zero, and there is much more leverage to rewriting parts of the specs that were updated in MP7. So that's my, the thought on it. I definitely think it's a great idea. Usually I'm someone that says, if there is nothing else, let's buy swag. And those that travel, just, we can ship it to JAGs. And instead of shipping it to ourselves, we can tactically ship it to a few JAGs in the world, 25 each JAG, and move forward, right? Just do that kind of thing so that we have communities using the MicroProfile t-shirt. We haven't done that in a very long time. And I would love to see that be done before the end of the year. But if we don't have the money and if we choose to prioritize content, that is better because it's content.
Do we know what I guess, are we completely out of swag right now?
I believe so. The latest one was the Nexus. They
saw
used all of it.
I think it's I don't think I agree. I don't think we should give 6,000 to him. I think it's kind of a portion of them.
Yeah.
Maybe I will just say I think it will go through the bidding process. I will think it's kind of the couple thousand enough for the update.
Yeah,
We have
what
to be very specific. We have to be very specific about what it is we want,
Yes.
so
Yes.
that
Let's
Clark
go.
can handle that, right?
Yeah.
So it would be right, like we talked about, update MicroProfile telemetry with logging and updated metrics. Maybe add. We don't have to go through and add all the standalone
Standalone.
specs if we don't, but
Yeah.
GraphQL makes sense.
Yeah, and
Right.
also reactive messaging. I think is
And-
two.
Right.
Well,
So
anything
we
that
could be
was
very specific,
updated.
and then
Yeah.
and then update all the other ones with just MicroProfile 7 verbiage instead of MicroProfile 6.1, right? So
Yeah.
if we can do that, that seems like a reasonable scope. And like we said, if we want, we could use the remainder of the budget for other things like swag.
Yeah. So Emily, I agree. I think you misunderstood. I said we are not authorized to put price on whatever we want to do with tutorial. That is a process, and it can only be done by the Eclipse Foundation. So do you see what I mean? So we have 6,300. I believe that would be too much money for the rewrite, but the Eclipse Foundation can come and say, that's too little of a money. We want more. Do you see what I mean? So we need to be very careful on this. And great idea, John. I say, let's add it to the agenda for tomorrow, a steering committee call, and see what is the appetite for documentation and spending the rest of a portion of the budget. And whatever is left, we can, and my recommendation will be to buy swag and ship it to active JAGs, maybe 20, 30 t-shirts, we can send it to the 5 continents.
So Emily, can you pose the question to Tarun to see if he's interested?
Okay.
To scope out, so it would be MicroProfile. Sorry, I'm taking notes here. Telemetry, logging and metrics update. MicroProfile, GraphQL.
The MicroProfile 7 that will be included all the updated one. So basically,
Yeah.
And then the standalone, we want a GraphQL and a React messaging.
And any, I'm looking for the right word. Significant updates. I'll say I'm going to use the word significant right now.
But
Okay.
significant, you can say it needs to be, if it's going to be updated, it needs to be updated as to match MP7. So it says to say update to match MP7. That is easier because it contains everything. Match MP7 technology.
Yeah. There's some specs that don't have like very large updates, but yeah, okay. To match.
When we make it very, very big, like it's easier to miscommunicate. So Tyrone needs to go into it and see exactly what is updated. This is his job as a part of the research. And we cannot take for granted Tyrone. Maybe he cannot do it.
Well, that's why I wanted to ask first before we engage Clark
Yeah.
to have the conversation.
Yeah. Do you think that it's a good idea to bring this up tomorrow for the desire, the appetite? There is an appetite to utilize some of the money for this, or do you want to keep it private until we know from Tarun?
Let's keep it private. We could
Sounds
say
good.
that we have the idea of updating it, you know, TBD. And then buy more swag for
You can put it below to be shipped to Jags. It's a difference between shipping it to members. I am saying ship it to Jags. You know.
Yep.
So then we can say, would you be interested in getting 30 MicroProfile t-shirts in having someone in your community talk about MP7 latest updates? If they say yes, they get the t-shirt. We will sponsor 30 t-shirts, and we just ask whomever says yes gets on a first come first base. And you know, even if we get only 2,000 left on JAG on t-shirts, with shipping and everything, we can maybe cover 4. It's just printing
That's a
t-shirts.
good idea.
Yeah, printing t-shirts under the new method is so expensive. It consumes half of the money. It's very expensive and not cost effective in my view, but we have no option if we want to do that.
Yeah, I think is also because DevNext is next year. Hopefully we can get get a free booth if we can, and then we can ship to the swag to that conference.
Correct.
Even if we don't have a booth, but we can still ship the swag to the conference, and then we can give away in a different kind of format.
Yeah. It's just
Yeah, I will talk with we will see. We will play by ear. We when we go there and then talk to Patika and Vince. We'll get if we do not get a booth, we'll get something, and then we distribute a swag. Or we could sponsor some happy hour or something.
you can always sponsor at DevNext's coffee.
Yeah, we could sponsor a coffee. Yeah, or cake. We can sponsor coffee or cake or something like that.
Yeah, there is so much that you can sponsor up. The guys are the community is amazing. But I think we should move on to other topics. I know that Ryan wanted to talk about something.
Yeah.
But budget is so important because we finally know exactly what we need to do with it, and the level of this is the budget we have. What do we do with it? This is good, and it's October. Almost. So we're ahead of time. Ryan, are you available?
Yep. I'm around.
Okay.
Perfect. So I wanted to bring up the spec pages. So on the last call we discussed that, or was it on a call or in a ticket? We need to, let's see if I can find this. This
I
is spec
added the ticket.
homepage.
Yeah, I added the ticket.
Yeah.
The latest you
I'm just
created.
trying to see which ones it's gonna be. Yeah. So right now we have all the specification pages. I think we're missing one. That's the content has been filled in. And there is a all specifications page, which is, if you click specifications, it lists all of them. I think we haven't fully decided what we want to show here. And the learn more will take you to an overall telemetry or open API page where it will have a list of the versions in the latest. So from there, you dive into specifications version pages. So it goes like this. It goes from specifications to Open API, which would be a page listing the Open API versions, and then to the version.
Can you show us? I know you're not showing what you're talking about, Ryan. It's not
Well, I
helpful.
am. It's right here. Here's the URL how to show it. But
Yeah.
because this middle part, this like Open API everything page hasn't been created because it's just been brought up. Let me see. I did actually start something today to be able to show it on the call. Let's see if it will show. And it's just rough. Why doesn't it preview? There we go. So then it would be spec name, spec versions, and then as we make new version pages, we will keep the version and then we'll highlight the latest one, you could say. Or we can make a bigger call out for the latest one and the other ones are smaller. Or it's something more similar to the other ones where it just shows the versions like this in a table. Just more wondering what everyone else thinks would be a nice layout.
I'm confused. Is this?
I don't know how to. So this would be a say. Let's go back here. Let's say Open API. This is the home page for Open API, and this page would have all the versions listed that we've done. Because right now the spec pages that we made are specific versions.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, so I understand. Maybe because you and I work together. So basically, the landing page is the one has the platform and then standalone. And then when you click on it, and then go to the, for example, MicroProfile config, and the MicroProfile config has the 3.1, 3.2, and 4.0, like this. Yeah. And
like
then
this.
this will list. So my question for you, Ryan, if you do this, is that scalable? Because you want
it's more work in the beginning, but every time we have a new spec version come out, we duplicate the page and replace the content, which we're going to do anyways, right?
Yeah.
So in the beginning, I don't know if we want to list. We don't want to make pages for all the old versions like we did with this one, do we?
No. It's we will start from this version onward.
From this one. So we just need to show away from the older versions, showing them maybe they're in a table for now, because it will link to some GitHub page or.
So now I understand. Thanks, Emily and Ryan.
Okay. Sorry,
now
it's
I
a little
understand.
tricky to.
Yes, now I understand you're talking about the previous versions. We are starting with the current version, and then there is a tracing from past. And one of the questions is, do we want to recreate the past? And in the future is going to be easier, like you mentioned. But
Mhm.
do you see? I would
Well,
say
go ahead.
we just create a link to GitHub and move on, because the idea is that this will be created or replicated by GitHub, but be automatic, be iterable by automatization. I do not know how to say
Mhm.
that word, John.
Um,
Automatication. How do you say it?
Optimization.
Automatizations. Thank you. So thank you so much. I need more coffee. I just so we want that. We don't have the bandwidth to have Ryan be doing all the past pages for all the APIs.
No.
So that is not going to happen. If one of you and your team has a designer that can do that, be my guest. But that will not happen. Ryan cannot do that. We can
I think
help.
also it's not even the designer part of it. It's getting all that content that follows the same structure as the other pages. That would be the most time-consuming thing.
Yeah, it's just not scalable.
But for now, like we'd go to this page, it would be the spec, the newest one we have, which we have a page for, say example, config 3.1. So this would lead to that page. These old specs would lead just to the gets.
Yeah, I create links. This is too much space. In my view, when I see it, it's just too much space, unnecessary. I am here and it's going to take me a link to someone else. There is no value. So just create links and make it vertical. Ed.
Well, I mean, I can make it like the table.
Yeah, like the table. That is a list.
Version and something. Yeah, it's just a little repetitive because you're already on this one. You click, config. You go to config specification page. So this is config, and then it's another table.
The main one, the last one can be big like this, and then it can be below just a table. It doesn't really matter if it's repetitive.
Okay,
we want
so
something.
I'll do a call out action spot for the most recent, and after that those ones will go to a list, and the new one will go there.
Yeah, we want efficiency. For this
That's
one,
easy. I already have an idea
technical.
for that.
Yeah, these are technical pages. We want efficiency. We want the user or developer to go in there, see the latest, it's cute, and then the rest is just a freaking link. We shouldn't have it pretty because there is no prettiness to be found after the click. But I don't want to be monopolizing these because I'm not in the cute
this
side.
Is what I needed. This is what I needed. Just a little guidance on how we want to structure it. So from tomorrow, what I'm doing is creating this page for all the specs. I'll create a Git for each one, or maybe I'll put it in the spec pages we already have, the Gits we already have. I just need to know the links to the old ones. I guess it's going to be the same Git. Emily, will you help me out with the links for the old ones?
I will. Yeah, I will help you. And once you get in there, we have a kind of the call. We work together. I can give you all the information you need.
Okay, perfect. So I'll create these ones because then I have to go into the page section. Let's go here and go like pages. Because it's going to be specifications homepage. Then it's going to be config fault tolerance. In the hierarchy, I'm saying in the URL. Then it's going to be versions under that. So then I have to restructure them, which is not hard. Yeah. It's just tedious.
You're going
so
to
then we're all scalable after that. Like the structure's there, it's all scalable, it's all good.
And what alphabet? We have it in alphabet, right? The order is by alphabet, correct?
I haven't even made the order, but I will make it alphabetical. Yeah.
Good.
I mean, in the list that I was showing before, this will be alphabetical.
Good. I haven't seen it, and I didn't even touch it because that is minutia. But
no, it's fine. All good.
But
thank you for that tip. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Ed Lookman, welcome in
Hi,
Majid.
thank you.
Questions about this? Questions about this? Any feedback? Any improvements not mentioned?
So
Not really. When it comes to documentation, always the simpler, the better. So as much as we can declutter the interface, the better we can have people consuming the content. So nothing much outside of what you've suggested. Yeah.
Quick question. For this list for the specifications all page, in this table, is there any information that brings a lot of value to have it on this front line? This first, like we have platform and standalone.
No, that's good. We need.
Is there anything else like, you know, date released or?
No, because
Or
it's
late?
just,
How about latest version? Like
it's like a
having the
scalable. You know, when I'm thinking about Ryan, it's
no,
like a
because then I'll
scalable.
change it again, right? Yeah, I'll have to
Yeah.
change every page again.
So
then we'll just
don't.
so this will
Exactly.
always stay the same. This will always stay the same, and then the other pages would adjust.
Correct.
If there's any way to indicate which MicroProfile versions go to which, component spec versions, that would be really useful. Because a lot of times people are, I'm using MicroProfile, I don't know, 6.0, and I want to read I want to see all the specs for 6.0 or 6.1, I want to see all the specs for 6.1 or 7.
That
right?
goes, that goes onto the main page.
That goes into this version page, and then there'll be like
So,
all of the what's compatible and things.
not compatible products, the component specs, right? So MicroProfile 6 will specify a set of component specifications. MicroProfile 7 will have a different set of specs.
Yeah, sorry.
Some will be the same, but we get that a lot with Jakarta EE, you can't tell what's 10 and what's 9. So
Yeah. So Ed, that will come in Ryan. If you go to the microprofile.io homepage, if you go to the microprofile.io homepage,
sure,
to the homepage here. So if you scroll down a little bit, so here, stop here.
So are those live? Can you click those?
Yeah, so here, once Ryan created that web page, here we will list directly go to that the particular page. So this is one way. The other way is so when MicroProfile telemetry listed, so it's in the 1.0, 1.1, 2.0. So each of them will need to basically to say, okay, which MicroProfile umbrella release it belong to. So I think we can do 2 ways. Does that address your concern, Ed?
Yeah. So the more we can make that clear, the easy for developers to find the relevant spec for the version of MicroProfile they're in. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Ed, go ahead, Emily.
Yeah, so this is a kind of basically the lessons learned from Jakarta EE, right, Ed? So eventually this year we'll put in the Jakarta E10. So yeah, same thing, we'll go to MicroProfile. So it's from bottom up and top down, and then we kind of, whenever you get to a particular page, you know which MicroProfile umbrella release it belong to.
Great.
Yeah, one of Ryan, for the link that we know we were going to link this to the pages, especially the yellow ones that change.
I mean, they link right now to the Gits, so
yeah, I understand. Yes, because but it's going to be linked not to the Git, it's going to be linked to the new pages we're creating. How scalable is that? How repetitive
it's fine because
is it?
every release I make a new one of this diagram anyways. It always adjusts, so you always got to move some things around, change some colors and links. And it should be pretty fine because all it is going to do, the link's going to be microprofile.com/specification/telemetry/2.0. So all I will do is go in there and do 3.0, the next version, or 2.1. So it'll be quite quick updates for links, and then whatever other changes that happen for the next version of MicroProfile that comes out.
You know what it has reminded me, and I just noticed this landing page always gets lost, and we have not replicated it in compatibility. If we go to compatible page, can you go to compatible, please? And thank you so much for sharing the screen. If we go to compatible, my recommendation to improve this, yes, is to end the upper section to replicate what we have in the landing page so that we never lose the linkage between MP7 and MP6 to the pages. We now know that since MP7 onwards, every spec is going to have its own page. So I recommend we import whatever we do in the landing page for releases to this before implementation.
Why would we add it here when they want to know about 7? They're going to go to 7 and then they're going to see the 7 page.
Because click it.
Yeah, it's right here.
Oh my God, it's just right. So go down. So we are already doing it. It just for some reason I forgot about it. Yeah, for some reason I forgot about it.
So
it has
if you
been
click
a while.
7, it's there.
Okay, good.
And then if you go to 6.1, it's the older version of that.
Yeah, but this time when it does it, it's going to be linked to the pages, right? So that's the huge improvement.
Well, from now on, from 7 on, yeah, we're going to have it linked to pages, which is going to be much better. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, this is great.
Okay, cool.
Really good question.
That's kind of it. I will for the page I was discussing, kind of the spec all page. I will try that new layout that's highlighting the newest version and then listing the old versions to keep simplicity. And then I'll put it in the ticket, and then I'll create that layout for all the specs, and then fix the URL hierarchy. And then I think other than like a couple specs missing, I think we're missing metrics was the one that didn't have, nothing was filled in.
No, Ryan, metrics, that's one we did the first. So basically in each page you created the GitHub repo. If you scroll to the bottom of it, so that's a metrics. I think it's already, you made the page already. I don't
know if it was real information, was it?
Yeah, it was real. I provided all the real ones.
All right, then I'll have to find it.
Ryan, question for you.
That's fine.
What is the ETA to make this publish based on all the feedback? Do you think we can have it done before this month ends? That means October. Tomorrow we have the steering committee call. This has been on the ticket for 2 years. It will be ideal for us as we work on the planning for 2025 to have this removed.
You said by the end of October?
Yes. Do you think that is doable?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I think it's like we're pretty much almost at like about maybe a week maximum, unless there's a bunch of hidden things that are not correct. But we've been doing reviews on all the spec pages, and I've been making the updates, so I think they're all accurate. At least Emily's been doing a great job looking them over and telling me what are issues, and they're fixed. So I could say, honestly, if this week, possibly, and then a big review, and next week, maybe I'd say more end of next week, including the reviews, could be good.
So do you believe that next MicroProfile call that is in 2 weeks from now, do you believe that you can show and tell and we can release it in the call? Clearly review will be done before, but that would be a good parameter to say, this is the day we will release it. And we can do so by you pushing the button on that call that would be middle of the month. Is that doable?
Yeah, that'd be great. No, that's doable for sure. Yeah.
Okay. So does anyone has objections of closing this topic and the task that has been with us for 2 years?
Thank you to Ryan. It's a great. I'm really excited.
All right.
Oh,
So,
thanks for all the help, everybody.
So Ryan, write it please in the minutes that we will push this live on whichever date is the next community call. You can just write it as a big thing to say this goes live on this date. And if there are any issues, do send messages to the marketing MicroProfile and say this day is not happening because of these reasons, and just add the issues. We will need to track it, and let's be very ruthless and honest on any delays. We want this done so that we can move off to do other things for MicroProfile. This has been a huge undertaking. We have taken so many on the community, but we need to complete it. We need to focus on other things.
So that's the 14th, correct?
I have no idea. But
Yep,
just,
October 14th.
Yeah. And it's your job to let us know if there are some issues. Use the mailing list.
Okay,
just be upfront on it. And then let's own it. Thanks, Ryan, and everyone for the help. And then once that is done, Ryan will send the links to the community call like he always does, saying this is completed, thanks community, whatever it is that Ryan does, it's up to him, and then we're done. This is going to be such a relief.
That'll be great.
Yeah.
It will be great. I'm tired of this topic, to tell you the truth, because it has been too long. I want it done. Yeah.
And then is we can close the program plan for this long running issue.
Well, yeah, tomorrow is going to be on that. Tomorrow is going to be what do we have, and literally we can say this is completed. Like just the next topic is going to be make it autonomous. Means that is something we need to add. The pages are created, and now we need to make them autonomous. It means automatic. So that is a topic that should be added, right? That is my main topic. Everything that is made by humans, a few things, right? Not releases, but humans should be, especially these pages, the creation should be autonomous. But that's for next year's problem.
Yeah. Let's celebrate this as a success, and then we'll tackle that one next year.
Exactly, next year. Let's call our wins. And I just wanted to say I'm really exhausted of the same topic because it's hard. It has been hard. So once it's done, we have to pat ourselves, drink a coffee or whatever we want to drink and say, salute, But I have to go right now. Continue the call. I do not know. Majid, you have something to talk about an event, and you did contact me privately. Maybe this is the moment. I have to go, but please use the time to say whatever you told me privately, okay? Feel welcome to do that.
Yeah.
Hello, Amelia.
Sorry. We also need to go. Sorry.
Yeah. So
bye,
Majid,
everybody.
Yeah. Bye.
I have to go, but whomever is saying, listen to Majid. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Okay. Thank you. Oh, bye.
Thanks. Have a good day.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. What are the last topics?
Majid,
Or did everyone leave?
No, some of us are still here. Like,
Okay.
Majid,
Majid, I thought you wanted to say something. Yeah.
You still there, Majid? Yeah, he's off mute, but I don't hear anything.
Yeah, I don't hear anything either.
Oh, he dropped.
He's gone. Maybe he'll come back. Ah, he's back.
Majid?
Hello again. Sorry.
Hello.
Oh, now his icon says mute, but I can hear him. Okay.
Okay. I want to ask about if anyone participating in the GTX. The GTX is the most important exhibition in the Middle East, and the exhibition is held in Dubai. So I want, and I know Oracle and Red Hat have reseller in Dubai. And I want to, if anyone participate, I know, and I want to participate from the MicroProfile. So it's my question about this event.
From a Red Hat perspective, that's likely run out of corporate marketing. Is the Eclipse Foundation gonna have anybody there? Do we know?
Mm, no. Mm,
So if Red Hat is Digitex,
So-
is it, how do you spell that?
GTEx, I write in the chat.
Okay. Pull it up here. Machine not found exception. Ah, okay. Here it is. I'll ping somebody internally, but it's likely going to be a corporate sponsored event, which means we'll have, corporate manages the booth and all of that stuff.
Okay.
So, but I'm not sure. It sounds like what you're saying is we are a sponsor of this.
Okay.
Hat. So are you asking if we're going to be there, or what is the question?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
I want to meet somebody from the MicroProfile or in Red Hat or Oracle. I want to participate in this event, so I'm very happy for that.
Okay. I'll look into who's going to be there. I don't know if anyone from middleware is going to be there, which is likely someone that you would be interested in talking to, but I'll find out.
Okay, great. How can I can send the email to you to Red Hat? Is it okay?
Well, yeah, you can send it to me. And I'll just make sure you're specific about what the ask is, what you're asking for, or what you want to do.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
All right. As for Emerson's blog, that went out last week, I believe. I just closed the ticket. I think that is mostly it. Are we missing some videos, John? Video tickets for the meetings?
Well,
we
I'm
had some
a
today,
little bit,
right?
yeah. I'll
Okay.
try and get caught up on that.
Okay. Yeah, it's great when I don't look suddenly one morning and there's 15 new tickets and I'm like, no.
I try not to do that, but every once in a while I get behind, so
Oh yeah, I get it. That's cool.
I'll check.
But just be nice.
All right.
All right. That's it for that I know. Last chance for anyone else. We could end a couple minutes early if everyone's okay with it.
All right, sounds good to me.
Thanks, guys.
Great.
All right, thanks.
Great.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Have a great evening. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.